When we hear the phrase quantum manifestation, many people feel both excited and skeptical. On one hand, the promise of creating reality effortlessly sounds extraordinary. On the other, the complexity of science and spirituality combined makes it feel overwhelming. Why does something that should be natural, manifesting your desires, feel so difficult? The answer lies in misunderstanding. Manifestation isn't about forcing the universe, repeating affirmations endlessly, or pushing energy where it doesn't want to go. At its core, manifestation is about alignment with the quantum field, a field of infinite possibilities that already exists around you right now. Most people struggle not because manifestation doesn't work, but because they are approaching it from a mindset of effort, struggle, and control. This is the very energy that blocks the flow. Imagine trying to make water flow faster by clenching your fist. The tighter you grip, the less water passes through. Manifestation is like water. It flows naturally when you stop resisting. Why manifestation feels impossible? The main reason manifestation feels out of reach is because of how our brains are wired. From childhood, we are conditioned to believe in linear cause and effect. If I work hard, I'll get results. If I struggle more, I'll deserve more. While this belief helps in daily life, it creates a mental barrier against quantum manifestation, where time, effort, and struggle do not operate in the same way. In the quantum world, your observation collapses potential into reality. What you consistently focus on is what the field responds to. But when your focus is filled with doubt, stress, and effort, the field collapses into more experiences of doubt, stress, and effort. That is why manifestation seems hard. Not because the universe resists you, but because you keep reinforcing the vibration of difficulty. The simplicity hidden behind complexity. Here's the paradox. Manifestation is simple, but simplicity is often the hardest thing for the human mind to accept. We crave complexity because it makes us feel like we are doing something. But in truth, manifestation happens when we remove the noise and return to coherence. A state where thoughts, emotions, and energy all move in harmony. Think of a radio station. If you're tuned to static, you can't hear the music clearly. But the moment you fine-tune to the exact frequency, the signal comes through effortlessly. The same applies to manifestation. If your thoughts are scattered and your emotions conflicted, your signal to the quantum field is weak. But when everything aligns into simplicity, your reality shifts quickly. The bridge between science and spirituality. For centuries, mystics and sages spoke of this alignment in terms of surrender, faith, and allowing. Modern quantum physics is now catching up, showing us that particles behave differently under observation. Your focus doesn't just influence reality, it creates it. The observer effect demonstrates that reality isn't fixed. Instead, it waits for your perception, your choice of focus, to crystallize one possibility out of infinite options. And when you become a conscious observer, choosing your focus with clarity and coherence, reality rearranges itself to mirror your inner state. One of the greatest misunderstandings in manifestation is confusing simplicity with passivity. Many people hear manifestation is simple and assume it means they don't have to do anything at all. They sit back, wait, and wonder why nothing changes. But here's the truth. Simplicity doesn't mean laziness. Simplicity means clarity. When you become clear about your intention, your energy, and your alignment with the quantum field, your manifestation flows with ease. But if you confuse clarity with inaction, you end up unconsciously reinforcing your old reality. Think of it like sailing. If you set your sail in the right direction, the wind does most of the work. That's simplicity. But if you never set your sail at all, the boat just drifts endlessly. That's passivity. Why passivity blocks manifestation? Passivity is the hidden trap most people fall into. They think, if the quantum field has infinite possibilities, then I just need to wait until something happens. But that very thought holds the vibration of waiting, of lack, of incompletion. And what does the field reflect? More waiting, more lack, more incompletion. Quantum manifestation is not about sitting still. It's about being in an active state of resonance. You don't need to struggle, but you do need to tune yourself. Just like a musician tunes their instrument before a performance, you must tune your thoughts, emotions, and energy to the frequency of what you desire. This tuning is an action, it is not passive. The subtle power of alignment. Alignment looks different from action in the traditional sense. It's not about doing more. It's about being more coherent. For example, if you want abundance, you don't need to work harder. You need to embody the feeling of abundance right now. If you want love, you don't need to chase it. You need to radiate the frequency of love so deeply that it naturally attracts to you. If you want freedom, you don't need to wait for circumstances to change. You need to align your inner state with freedom in this very moment. When your inner world aligns, your outer world cannot resist matching it. Simplicity is about frequency, not effort. Manifestation happens not because you force it, but because you broadcast the right frequency. The quantum field does not speak the language of struggle. It speaks the language of vibration. This is why simplicity works. When you simplify your focus, when you stop scattering your energy across dozens of doubts and distractions, your frequency sharpens. A laser beam cuts through steel because of focus, not because of size. Your consciousness works the same way. A quick exercise for you. Pause for a moment. Take a deep breath. Now, bring to mind something you desire. Instead of asking, "How will I get this?" ask yourself, "What does it feel like to already have this?" Allow that feeling to expand inside you. That emotion is the frequency. That is the simplicity. And that is where true manifestation begins. Most people treat manifestation like a mystical or purely spiritual practice. But the beauty of the modern age is that science is now beginning to explain what ancient mystics already knew. Your consciousness literally shapes the world around you. To understand effortless manifestation, let's break down some core scientific principles. The observer effect. Your focus creates reality. In quantum physics, particles exist in a state of probability until they are observed. This is called the observer effect. Before observation, a particle is a wave, a cloud of potential outcomes. But the moment it is measured or focused on, it collapses into a single, observable reality. This means your observation is not passive. Your attention directs how possibility crystallizes into reality. When you look at the world through the lens of doubt, fear, or limitation, your observation collapses into more of that experience. But when you look with clarity, certainty, and resonance, your observation collapses into desired outcomes. Science shows us that your attention is the creative spark. Coherence, the hidden key to effortlessness. Have you ever noticed how hard it feels to manifest when you're anxious, conflicted, or overwhelmed? That's because your energy is incoherent. Coherence means your thoughts, emotions, and body are aligned. When your mind says one thing, your heart feels another, and your body acts in another way, you send mixed signals to the field. It's like trying to tune 3 different radio stations at once. You get noise, not music. But when you create coherence, when your thought, feeling, and action align, you send out a clear, powerful frequency. This is why meditation, breathwork, and visualization are so powerful. They bring your whole system into coherence. The heart-brain connection. Recent studies in neurocardiology have shown that the heart is not just a pump. It's an intelligent organ with its own neural network. The heart sends more information to the brain than the brain sends to the heart. When you align your heart's emotion with your mind's intention, the quantum field receives a coherent broadcast. That's when manifestation becomes effortless. For example, if you think, "I am wealthy," but feel fear in your chest, you are incoherent. The field hears the fear, not the words. But if you think, "I am wealthy," and feel gratitude and security in your heart, the field hears the harmony, and reality responds. The flow of energy, not force. This is why manifestation doesn't require hard work. It requires the right vibration. It's the difference between swimming upstream and floating with the current. When you're aligned, life feels like it's carrying you. When you're misaligned, every step feels like resistance. Science confirms that energy always seeks the path of least resistance. Your job isn't to force outcomes. It's to remove the resistance within yourself. Once that happens, the energy of the quantum field flows naturally into the shape of your desire. Why effort feels heavy and flow feels light. Have you ever worked hard on something, pushed yourself to exhaustion, only to get disappointing results? And then, another time, something came effortlessly, and it exceeded your expectations? That's the science of coherence in action. Force signals misalignment. Flow signals resonance. The more you align with coherence, the less you need to struggle. Now that you understand why manifestation feels difficult, and why coherence makes it effortless, it's time to reveal the 3 quantum shifts that allow you to collapse timelines. These shifts move you from merely wanting to actually stepping into a parallel reality where your desire already exists. Think of them as keys that unlock doors you didn't even realize were waiting for you. Quantum shift number 1. From wanting to being. Most people stay stuck in the energy of wanting. They think about what they don't have, they visualize it as something far away, and they keep reinforcing the vibration of absence. But in the quantum field, there is no time delay. Everything already exists as a potential reality. Your task is not to want it, but to become the version of you who already has it. Ask yourself, if I already had this desire, how would I feel? How would I think? How would I behave? Then begin embodying that version of you now. This is not pretending. It's aligning with the frequency that collapses your desired timeline into your current reality. Quantum shift number 2. From effort to resonance. Many people try to force manifestation through sheer effort. Repeating affirmations, visualizing with strain, obsessing over results. But the quantum field doesn't respond to force, it responds to frequency. Resonance happens when you deeply feel the emotion of your desire, not just think about it. Emotion is energy in motion. It's the magnet that pulls timelines toward you. For example, don't just say, I am abundant. Feel abundance. Act like someone who trusts abundance. Make decisions from abundance. This resonance broadcasts a coherent signal to the field, collapsing possibilities into your favor. Quantum shift number 3. From waiting to allowing. Perhaps the most difficult shift is moving from waiting to allowing. Waiting holds the vibration of not yet. Allowing holds the vibration of already here. When you wait, you constantly check if it's coming, which reinforces the belief that it hasn't come yet. But when you allow, you open space for it to arrive in unexpected ways. Allowing means releasing control, surrendering the how and when, and trusting the intelligence of the quantum field. This doesn't mean doing nothing, it means aligning, embodying, and then stepping aside so reality can rearrange itself. How timeline collapse works. When you practice these 3 shifts, you don't just move toward your desire, you collapse into it. You merge with the timeline where it already exists. This is why some manifestations appear suddenly, almost like miracles. It's not that they came from nowhere. It's that you aligned so fully that you slipped into the reality where they were already true. Remember, your desired timeline already exists. You are not creating from scratch. You are choosing which version of reality to experience. Here's the truth that can completely shift your perspective on manifestation. Backhand index pointing right, your desired reality is not something you need to create. It already exists. In the quantum field, every possible version of you, every possible timeline, every possible outcome is available simultaneously. Think of reality like a radio station. All the stations already exist, broadcasting their unique frequency. If you're tuned into 98.3 FM, you can't hear 102.5 FM. Even though it's playing right now. To hear it, you don't create a new broadcast. You simply shift your dial. Manifestation works the same way. You don't make abundance appear, you shift your frequency to the version of you that's already abundant. You don't force love into your life. You align with the timeline where you are already deeply loved. The illusion of time. Why does it feel like manifestation takes time? Because our minds are trained to think in linear cause and effect. But in quantum reality, time is not linear, it's layered. Past, present, and future all exist simultaneously. When you imagine a future version of yourself, you are not just making it up. You are tuning into a timeline that already exists. That's why déjà vu happens. That's why sometimes you know something before it occurs. Your consciousness momentarily aligned with a future reality, giving you a glimpse before your physical body caught up. Your choices are quantum leaps. Every choice you make is a fork in the road. Do you choose fear or courage? Doubt or trust? Limitation or expansion? Each choice aligns you with a different timeline. Small choices, repeated consistently, create massive shifts. For example, choosing gratitude over lack tunes you to the frequency of abundance. Choosing love over resentment shifts you toward timelines of healing and harmony. Choosing action over procrastination aligns you with accelerated success. You are never stuck. You are always one choice away from shifting into a new timeline. Identity is the key. The fastest way to shift timelines is through identity. Who you believe you are determines which reality you align with. If you keep identifying as someone who struggles, your reality must match that identity. But the moment you decide, I am someone who thrives, your energy reconfigures. This is not fake. It's quantum alignment. The universe reorganizes itself to reflect your chosen identity. A powerful realization. Right now, in this very breath, there is already a version of you who has everything you desire. That version is not separate from you, it is you. The only difference is alignment. The more you embody that version, the faster your current reality collapses into it. So stop asking, when will it come? Instead ask, how can I align with the version of me who already has it? That's the question that collapses time. Now that you understand your desired timeline already exists, the next step is integration, bringing that quantum potential into your embodied reality. Because here's the truth. Backhand index pointing right knowledge without activation is just theory. Backhand index pointing right awareness without integration is just curiosity. The quantum field doesn't respond to what you know. It responds to what you embody. Step 1. Feel it now, don't wait. When you imagine your desired future, don't think of it as someday. Feel it as now. For example, if your intention is financial abundance, instead of saying, I will be abundant, shift to, I am abundant now. Feel how it would be to wake up without financial stress. Anchor into that emotional state right now, not in the future. Your nervous system cannot tell the difference between vividly imagined experience and physical experience. By feeling it now, you are programming your body and energy field to match the desired timeline. Step 2. Breath as a quantum switch. Breath is one of the most powerful activators because it bridges body and spirit. Here's a simple exercise you can use. Inhale deeply for 4 seconds, imagining you're pulling energy from the quantum field into your heart. Hold for 4 seconds, seeing your heart radiating this energy outward. Exhale for 6 to 8 seconds, imagining old timelines dissolving. Repeat for 7 cycles while holding the vision of your desired reality. With each cycle, feel yourself becoming the version of you who already has it. Step 3. Collapse the gap through identity rituals. Your brain is wired by repetition. To integrate the quantum self, create small rituals that remind you of who you are becoming. Morning identity affirmation. Instead of, I hope today is good, declare, today, I embody the timeline where everything flows effortlessly. Environmental shift. Surround yourself with triggers that reflect the reality you desire. If your future self lives in clarity, declutter your space now. If your future self is healthy, fuel your body as that version would. Quantum journaling. Write daily as your future self, describing your current reality as if it's already here. These micro-actions collapse the illusion of time by merging the future you with the present moment. Step 4. The field responds to coherence. The quantum field is not activated by force. It's activated by coherence. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions are aligned, your energy becomes magnetic. Opportunities, synchronicities, and aligned people show up effortlessly. If you're sending out mixed signals, thinking abundance but feeling lack, the field mirrors confusion. But when your intention, emotion, and embodiment are unified, reality has no choice but to reflect that coherence. Step 5. Trust the invisible. The hardest part of integration is trust. Most people sabotage their manifestations because they look for evidence too soon. The truth? By the time you can see it, you've already created it. So your job is not to force results. Your job is to stay coherent, to embody the version of you that knows it is already done. That unwavering trust is the bridge between quantum potential and physical reality. Sparkle's integration is not about adding something new. It's about remembering who you already are in the field. When you live from that truth, manifestation becomes less about chasing and more about allowing. We've now reached one of the most powerful practices in quantum manifestation: conscious breathing to reprogram your very DNA. Most people think of breathing as just survival, something automatic. But in truth, your breath is the remote control of your energy field. It influences your nervous system, brainwaves, emotions, and even your genetic expression. The science behind breath and DNA. Modern epigenetics shows us that your environment and emotional state influence how your DNA expresses itself. Stress, fear, and chaotic breathing patterns can keep your genes locked in survival mode. Coherent, intentional breathing activates repair genes, boosts immunity, and awakens higher states of consciousness. In other words, when you breathe differently, you live differently. Breathing as a quantum upgrade. Here's the secret. Breath is more than oxygen exchange. It's a signal to the quantum field. When you inhale with intention, you're not just pulling in air, you're pulling in possibility. When you exhale, you're not just releasing CO2, you're collapsing old timelines, letting go of patterns that no longer serve you. Breath literally creates a dialogue between your body and the quantum field. Technique 1: the DNA spiral breath. This technique is designed to stimulate your body's energy centers while signaling coherence to your DNA. Sit comfortably, spine straight. Inhale slowly through your nose for 6 seconds, imagining energy spiraling upward from your root to your crown. Hold gently for 3 seconds, visualizing your DNA strands glowing with golden light. Exhale through your mouth for 6 seconds, releasing stagnant energy and outdated patterns. Repeat for 11 cycles. You'll begin to feel a magnetic charge in your body, a signal that your energy centers are synchronizing. Technique 2: coherence breath for cellular reprogramming. This breath creates a state of deep harmony where your brain and heart enter coherence. Inhale for 5 seconds into your heart space. Exhale for 5 seconds, focusing on gratitude for something in your life. Continue this rhythm for at least 5 minutes. Why gratitude? Because it is the signature frequency of abundance. When your DNA is bathed in gratitude, it unlocks new codes of health, clarity, and alignment. Technique 3: timeline collapse breath. This advanced breathwork is designed to merge timelines, bringing your desired reality closer to the present moment. Take a sharp inhale through the nose, like you're sipping energy. Hold the breath while vividly imagining your desired future as already real. Exhale with sound, ha, as if you're releasing the old self. With repetition, this creates a neurological imprint that convinces your body it has already stepped into the new timeline. Why breath unlocks DNA potential. Breathing isn't just mechanical, it creates a biological upgrade. It shifts your nervous system from fight or flight into rest and repair. It activates stem cells, supporting regeneration. It opens pineal gland activity, connecting you to higher states of awareness. And most importantly, it aligns your biological self with your quantum self. Integration practice. Here's how to integrate this daily. Morning. 5 minutes of coherence breath to start your day aligned. Afternoon. DNA spiral breath to recharge your energy. Evening. Timeline collapse breath to release the day and step into your future self. Do this consistently for 21 days, and you'll begin to feel your body, mind, and field transforming. Not as a theory, but as a lived reality. Sparkles, remember, breath is the bridge. It unites the invisible with the visible, the potential with the present. When you master your breath, you master your energy. When you master your energy, you master your reality. You've now discovered the mechanics of quantum manifestation: observation, resonance, alignment, coherence, and breathwork. But the real question is, how do you bring all of this into your daily life? Most people attend seminars, binge-watch spiritual content, or practice techniques for a few days and then stop. Why? Because their mind is addicted to seeking transformation instead of embodying transformation. The truth is simple. Manifestation is not something you do, it's something you live. Integration, making quantum a lifestyle. To truly integrate these principles, you need to collapse the gap between your practice time and your real life. Morning reset. Begin your day with a 5-minute coherence breath. As you breathe, remind yourself, reality will mirror my state today. Midday check-in. Ask, am I observing reality through fear or through possibility? Shift instantly with gratitude. Evening collapse ritual. Before bed, close your eyes and replay the day. Imagine yourself as the observer, not the actor. Release what no longer serves and imprint your future self. Over time, your life itself becomes the meditation. The secret of non-force manifestation. Here's the paradox. The more you try to manifest, the more you push it away. Why? Because trying carries the energy of lack, of not yet having. True manifestation flows from alignment, not effort. When your thoughts, emotions, and body are aligned, manifestation is automatic. You don't force an apple seed to grow, you nurture the soil. Likewise, you don't force manifestation, you align your energy field so reality naturally blooms. This is why masters say, stop chasing, start allowing. Living as the quantum self. Imagine this. You wake up and instantly know your reality is malleable. Instead of asking, will this happen? You ask, how will I experience this today? Life becomes an exploration, not a struggle. Every synchronicity, every chance encounter, every intuitive nudge becomes evidence that the quantum field is responding to you. The final shift, embodied belief. The greatest hack of manifestation isn't technique. It's belief lived out daily. If you truly believe you are abundant, you don't check your bank account in fear, you act from certainty. If you truly believe you are love, you don't chase relationships, you radiate and attract. If you truly believe reality is quantum, you don't wait for proof, you become the proof. Reality doesn't respond to your wishes. It responds to your embodied signal. A call to remember, you've always had this power. Every breath, every thought, every choice is a creation act. The universe isn't separate from you. It's a mirror of you. The real secret, you don't need to become a powerful manifester. You already are. Sparkle, so step into coherence. Observe with clarity. Breathe with intention. Live with alignment. And watch as reality bends, not as magic, but as the natural reflection of who you truly are. By now, you've realized manifestation isn't about getting things. It's about remembering your true nature as the observer, the creator, and ultimately, the source itself. Most teachings stop at, you can attract what you desire. But the deeper truth is this. Backhand index pointing right, you are not simply attracting reality. You are reality. The shift from creator to source. When you see yourself as someone who creates, there's still a subtle separation. There's you and then there's reality. But in the quantum field, no such separation exists. The waves don't attract the ocean. They are the ocean. The sunbeam doesn't manifest the sun. It is the sun. Likewise, you don't need to convince reality. Reality is simply mirroring what you already are. This is the true essence of the observer effect. The moment you observe, you are collapsing yourself into form. The paradox of effortlessness. At this level, you stop asking, how do I manifest more money? How do I attract love? How do I bend reality? And you start realizing, money is already flowing through me as energy. Love is already what I am. Reality is already bent because I am the one shaping the curve. The paradox is that manifestation only works effortlessly when you stop trying to manifest. Instead, you become the vibration itself. Practical application. Source awareness exercise. Here's a simple yet powerful integration ritual. Sit quietly for 2 minutes, breathing into your heart. Ask yourself, if I am the source, what would I feel right now? Don't answer with your mind. Let your body show you. Maybe it feels expansive, calm, electric, or weightless. Anchor it. Breathe into that sensation until your entire being radiates it. Do this daily, and watch how the outer world begins to obey the inner world without resistance. Why this changes everything. When you live as the source, you stop chasing synchronicities, they chase you. You stop doubting signs, they multiply. You stop questioning your power, you embody it. This is when life becomes a flow state, not a struggle. This is when miracles become ordinary. A final reminder. Reality isn't something happening to you. It's something happening through you. And the moment you see yourself as the source, you unlock a level of manifestation where desire, action, and fulfillment collapse into one seamless experience. Sparkles, so don't just learn manifestation. Transcend it. Don't just observe reality. Become the observer, the creator, and the source all at once. You've journeyed through the science, the philosophy, and the lived truth of quantum manifestation. But here's the part most people miss. Backhand index pointing right, none of this matters if you keep waiting for the right moment. The right moment is this moment. Because the quantum field doesn't recognize waiting. It only recognizes alignment. The loop or the leap. Every day you are either reinforcing the same timeline or stepping into a new one. There is no in-between. If you wake up tomorrow and repeat the same thoughts, emotions, and choices, you'll relive the same reality. But if you wake up and embody a new identity, even slightly, you quantum leap. It's that simple. The question is, do you want to keep looping or leap? Your future self is already calling you. Imagine closing your eyes right now and meeting the version of you who already has everything you want. What do they look like? How do they breathe? How do they speak? That version isn't far away. It's already alive in the quantum field, waiting for you to merge. The more you align with them, the faster your current reality collapses into theirs. A challenge for you. Tonight, before you sleep, do this. Visualize your future self walking into your room. Ask them one question. What do I need to embody tomorrow to match you? Listen closely. Don't overthink, receive. Then, tomorrow morning, act as if that guidance is non-negotiable. Because the truth is, it isn't just guidance. It's the quantum key. Why this matters now more than ever. We're living in a time where the collective reality is shifting faster than ever. Old systems are collapsing. New paradigms are rising. This is not random. It's the quantum field reorganizing itself. And in this chaos, your power is greater than ever, because the timelines are more malleable. Which means your choices now don't just affect you. They ripple across infinite possibilities. The final reminder. Reality is not out there. It's in here. Every time you look, every time you feel, every time you choose, you're shaping the entire universe. So don't just watch this and nod your head. Live it. Practice it. Embody it. Because the quantum field only responds to embodiment, not theory. Sparkles, this is your moment. The leap is here. And the version of you that already holds the life you desire is waiting. Take a deep breath. Feel it. Step into it.